Internet, I'm back. I hope. Actually, you're probably gonna get shown a brief commercial break, and then unless you're Turbo, in which case I'm back already. Uh, yeah, hey, you might notice that that chat's showing up on screen now, perhaps. Oh, although it's doing that thing it was doing earlier, uh, where it wasn't showing everything on screen. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna fix chat this time. I'm not gonna retool stuff because I have to do it anyways. So sorry. Sorry. The first thing I do now that I'm back is I'm going to open a portal to another dimension. I apologize. Uh, it's just gonna be a temporary thing. I swear. I just yeah, I don't know what's up with that. For some reason, like I guess the no, I should do this another time. I'll just do the quick fix for now. All right, the quick fix is easy. I just have to scroll down until yeah, there we go. All right, so that's the quick fix. All right, so I'll close the portal to the other dimension so that no one gets sucked in accidentally. All right, and so yeah, I don't know about the other weird technical stuff, but at least at least I can get chat on my primary monitor now. That's something. Hey, all right, so cool, cool. Uh, all right, so yeah, what was the thing we were looking at about random.range for integers? What was it? It was yeah, Unity random.range. So if you just pass in two integer values, it'll it'll give you. I'm gonna assume there's not like an infinitesimally small value or small chance of getting max back as a result, because that'd be hilarious. All right, so yeah, so let's do chunk radius. I'm pretty sure is an integer, right? Yeah, chunk radius is totally an integer. All right, so random dot. So instead, yeah, random dot range. Range. Uh, and then so 0 to chunk radius. Cool, cool. Yeah. So that's probably the correct way to do it. Oh wait, yeah. Chunk chat's really small because I have. Oh wait, no, it's not. That's all right. That's I guess the correct size for it. It was bigger on my other monitor, so it looks small now. So all right, sorry. I guess I'm slightly behind on chat now because there's a lot of chat going on. uh, uh, yeah, Trent is. I nominate Trent official smart person of the day because well, I stand by that unnecessary and thorough explanation that I gave. It would only be especially pertinent if random.range didn't exist. So hypothetically, if random.range didn't exist, then oh, and I don't have to floor to int it anymore because we're getting an int back from it. I assume. Uh, oh yeah. Uh, so I also have to. Yeah, I still have a lot of cleanup work to do, but we're on. We're moving in a good direction, so that's good. Uh, yeah, sorry again for the sorry again for the brief break. Uh, but the stream's slightly better than it was before, so we'll get right back to it and finish converting this thing, this crazy old thing. So yeah, ground right. So we used to use ground chords, but now we need chunk chords to position. Should be simple enough. Alright, so we have ground chords to position. So now let's do vector 3 chunk chords to position. We'll have int name this to, I don't know, OX, I guess, or GX. No, OX, I guess. Or no, PX? Sure. PZ. Alright, so int CX, int CZ, int PX, int PZ. And then, yeah, so for this we will take float, Rx equals catching up on chat. Right. So chunk cxcz dot transform dot position dot x plus yeah, just like before, px plus 0.5 times grid size minus minus grid minus chunk radius. No, not chunk prefab, radius. And what are you not thrilled about? Oh, because there's no parentheses. I don't know why I closed parentheses. And then, yeah, so float ry, similarly, cx, or, oh, no, not ry, rz, cxcz, transform position dot z, yeah, pz, and, yeah, the rest is simple enough. Return new vector, etc., etc. Say that. Alright, so, yeah, right, Unity is weird a little bit by including one, and, I don't know why they did that. They just felt like it, I guess. What's the value of one inclusiveness, Miniman? For like when you're working with floats and you want the maximum. Well, that's kind of a misnomer. The difference there is that The difference there is that the maximum value is 1, rather than the maximum value being just under 1. Leistragon, thank you for tuning in. I will see you again. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And I hope if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly that you correct me. But I'll just assume that I am for now. Oh, cool. A carrier pigeon just flew in and delivered an important message. A very clever carrier pigeon flew in and delivered this message. Um, thank you, TTK, for that. Yeah. Well, so the interesting thing about the range of 0, if 0 and 1 are both inclusive, then the range is actually greater than 1. The range is greater than 1 by like an infinitesimally small amount. So yeah, so that, and that's kind of what makes it weird, is that typically think of well, like, if we think of like 0 to 1 as like 0 to 100% or so. Well, no, that's not. I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to find it weird. Mint Arcade seemed to find it slightly odd, and I certainly found it odd. It would be intensely practical if there was the non-inclusive version, but I guess I don't have to worry about that because they have the random range integer whatever. All right, so now we have chunk chords to position, and we can go by XZ, CXCZ. That's totally a thing. Chunk chords to position. It's a thing. Chunk. Oops, I did not capitalize it correctly. Chunk chords to position. That's totally a thing. Stop pretending that's not a thing. That's totally a thing. It's totally a thing. You're just being weird. Totally a thing. Not my problem. Save that. So... Nah. Yeah, but, nah. You're not going to convince anyone, Miniman, I don't think. You're welcome to keep talking about your point of view, but I really I wouldn't expect to convince anyone. So, what was this that we were doing? Yeah, with fire grids. Oh, right, yeah. So, yeah, it's basically the same thing. So fire grid, XZ. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, wait, no. Fire grid CXCZ. Wait, what? Or no, no. Oh, wait, what? Yeah. Right, no, okay, no, I had it right the first time. XZ. CZ, CXCZ equals null, then fire grid again, CZ. Place all the I's with CZs. Yeah. Yeah, gosh. I should, Oh, yeah, this is chunks, not grounds. I should be like a professional, guy who yells at monitor develop, because I feel like a lot of people could benefit from that service. I feel like, it would be helpful for a lot of people if they could if they had like someone to professionally come in and yell at mono develop when it was being weird at them. I think I could probably turn that into a full-time gig. Uh, oh yeah, uh, the candy patent saga. Um, See, this trunk chords pause is accepted. Is there really just a typo in this one? Seems legit. I don't know what that's about. So did I convert that? It looks pretty fully converted, I feel like. So I'm gonna save that, and hopefully it'll just stop being weird at a certain point. I'm guessing there probably are legit errors somewhere, but I'm just gonna wait until it points me in the right way. Oh, well, that's an example of a thing that needs to be having some semicolons after it. Is that everything? Or is that just the first? What? Oh, and, right, yeah, game object. Yep. Save that. Yes, because Visual Studio costs money. And that is something I don't have. Save all those things. Yeah, Fred works. Yeah. Catching up on chat. Oh yeah. I did technically say that, but what I was trying to say is that Visual Studio Express is a terrible lie, and it did come out as Visual Studio is terrible, but no, what I actually meant is Visual Studio Express is a terrible lie, and I'm sure, and as I recall, Visual Studio is super fine, and it was way better back when I used to work in Visual Studio, but yeah. Oh, really? I haven't been to university in a long time. Oh, hey, Plied 823, Plied 8, welcome to the channel. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Yeah, you can do basically anything you want. You can, so right now, the most popular contribution method has been developing assets for the title. So like people have been making like buildings and like towers and like deuter people, and so yeah, feel free to make any, if you're an artist, feel free to make any assets that you'd care to contribute to the title, and otherwise yeah, feel free to like participate in chat. It's basically like an open discussion, so feel free to talk about like what you'd like to see for the title, and talk to other people about what they'd like to see for the title. I'll give a quick playthrough of what we have so far. We've only been working on this game for like a day and a half now, so we're still relatively early on in the development process. But yeah, we still have we have a few more hours today. I'm probably going to stream for like 3 more hours today, maybe like 3 hours and 20 minutes or so, and then we might finish it today. That's not the craziest thing I've ever said. Um, yeah, from my experience, Microsoft supports people developing for Windows, and then if you are doing anything other than that, then screw you, I guess. No, sorry, that's cruder language than I prefer to use. But yeah, I don't want to sell my soul to Microsoft, I guess. I mean, if it came to that point, I'd rather just buy Visual Studio, which I don't want to do because it's not that special. I mean, I remember using Visual Studio. I used it for years and years and years and years and years. And although there are some things I remember being better than MonoDevelop, there are a lot of things I remember being just awful in that too. So don't pretend Visual Studio is perfect. Um, uh, oh yeah, deactivated links. If anyone wants to see a link, post in chat. Like if they have an important link that they want to post, tweet it at me. My Twitter handle is down below. It's at srsly_bz, and yeah, I can put important links in chat. Uh, yeah. So right. So let's see if we got things back working again. Maybe, possibly. Well, all right. There we go. Whoa. Null reference exception. You say? Uh, what? It's a. Oh, right, because I'm not doing that part yet. Alright, yeah. That makes sense, actually. Because we're creating chunks correctly later on, but the initial batch of chunks, we need to create the fire grids for them. IXIZ, because I'm not consistent with that stuff. Anyways, save that. um, I made a I used Eclipse once. It was the first time I ever worked with Java, so it was the first time I worked with a lot of things actually. So I wasn't it was never specifically clear to me what of it was terrible or what of it was just peachy, super fine. All right, cool. So the fire automatically. So this is hypothetically fire. Uh, hmm. We should probably only have fire. Huh. So yeah, maybe we should change like the rules of fire. Nah, that's probably fine how it is. Yeah, yeah, probably. Oh, sorry. It's a bit slow. Uh, so courtesy of Trent Sterling, we have the link that he wanted to post in chat, and sorry, I was slightly slow on that one because I got distracted. Uh, hmm. I will add that to my list of things to check out as well. I have too many browsers, so many browsers, all of the browsers. Nope. Anyways, uh, so yeah, the way we're working with like flammability and stuff, I'll definitely have to tune that a bit. Um, hmm. So, but I think we're ready to do other things. Like, I think we're ready to check or to like put like other like resources and stuff out in the world. Um, because oh yeah, actually we can make it so that you can walk on that stuff, right? Uh, right, yeah. Right. Okay, all right. So tar g. So we can okay. So we'll say I'll just say tar g equals 0 or tar g equals 1. And then the difference will be the number of turns. So if tar g equals, or okay, wait. So yeah. So we'll say turns minus equals tar g equals 0 question mark. Because if tar g equals 0, then we'll say minus 5, or let's say minus 3 for starters. Else just minus 1, and then also if turns less than 0, turns equals 0, and then we don't have to do less than or equal to. We can just say, oops, we can just say equals to. Save that. All right, so now we can walk on. We can walk off of. So it takes 1 energy to walk on whatever, and it takes. Oh wait. Huh. Why don't we firefight out in the wild? We firefight here, but not out in the wild. Why is that, I wonder? Hold on. Wait, why is flow prefab clone just like hanging out there? Many unanswered questions. Alright, but I'm gonna put this up to like 100 for now. And yeah, so what the heck? No? Yeah, what the heck? So it doesn't matter what I'm standing on. It apparently only matters. Oh, yeah, no, of course. Right, okay. Okay. So, yeah. So yeah, we have to do this separately from what we were doing before. Move this out here. So RT, so int RT equals 0. Actually, alright, so wait, so no, it should be the other way around. It should be, right, it should be, the only time we need to, right, okay, so, okay, right, so move this up here. The only time we need to check about, this part is if we're not firefighting. So we're kind of flipping around. Before we used to check the ground and then check firefighting, but now we're doing it the other way around, yeah. So we can just say, so we can say not equals null. And in that case we do this. And then the else case is when we even bother to check any of this stuff. Yeah. So that should be better. Indent this, I guess. Oh, and we don't need RT. Oh yeah, so here we can just put this back to return 1. Yeah, like it used to be. Alright, so save that. What am I missing in chat? I hope if people are asking me direct questions, they would do it using my name, so that way it would show up in bright red in my little chat panel, so it'd be more attention grabbing. Except I probably missed this. And oh yeah, okay, cool. Oh, BizSpark. That's what we were linking. That's what we were. That's that link that I posted. I remember that. That's cool. Yeah, thank you again for posting that. Language. I'm drinking tomato juice straight from the jug. It's also a really big jug too. I accidentally got the 2-quart jug. This is how much I've drank so far today. It's not quite 2 liters. 64 fluid ounces. I'm probably about at like 50 something fluid ounces so far. Oh yeah, so I tightened up the chat filters, and that's just because, yeah, so I wasn't sure. I was like, should I include that one? Should I not? But to a lot of people, like so to some people it's like religiously offensive. I don't know. Maybe I could take that one off the list. Yeah, maybe that one's on the line, because it's not like I'm including every like sacrilegious term. So maybe it's a little weird to include that one, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying out new things with like the chat channel to see what works and what doesn't. So yeah. I was mostly joking. I do trust you a fool's duty. You've been a top-notch chatter. So, hey, we got a new follower. Critical Mammal. Thank you for following. Thank you for joining the team. It is a pleasure to have you here. I think I don't know. Either it's been a slow afternoon, or else my follower notification thing has been broken all day. Oh no, my follower notification thing has been broken all day. So I guess I'll take a moment to also thank Dominic _ and Popple2 Prosokvashino for following as well. I missed those because of technical difficulties. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, oops, I should stop getting distracted by my other computer now. Alright, What? That's amazing. Well, Lava Genius is back, and once more able to perform such feats as walking clear across this terrain. So yeah, I should so oh yeah, so I should so when firefighting, currently it's just based on or currently it just uses like the maybe I should define like energy. Yeah, I should do. Alright, so public float energy ash equals 1, and public float energy lava whatever equals 3. I mean, you're not literally walking on lava, but I don't know a better I don't know what you're trying to say, Trent. So apparently not. Again, I changed the chat filter, so I didn't test it very thoroughly, so it might be filtering out just words that aren't even, it's not even supposed to filter out. But I don't know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say without. Oh, Lord? What? Oh. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so we just covered that one. That one's on the fence because like that could be offensive to like some people who are religious. I don't know though. So maybe that one's fine. Maybe I should take that one out. Um, I just put it in because it was on. I basically just copy pasted Google's list of offensive words, and I took some of them out. Like on Google's list of offensive words, you're not allowed to say "but," for example. But that one seemed benign enough. So yeah, I could revisit that as needed. All right, so these are actually our energy costs for ash and for lava. I guess I'm calling it for now. I don't know, whatever. Uh, yeah, right. Well, no, that's literally what I just said. A fool's duty. Are you? You're I implore you to go back and watch the archives of this because no, I mean that's just one of my pet peeves. Is when like I literally just said that and like thank you, but I literally just said that. I literally just said that. Don't forget I have moderator privileges. Um, Thanks. Hey, Glitch H2A. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Oh my god. You guys are legit annoying me right now, so please stop. um, like literally, please stop. Um, anyways, uh, um, so, pardon. Right, so yeah, so we were just using, the values like 1 and 3. Where was I doing that? Uh, it was when we were, it was when we were, calculating the energy costs, which were, oh yeah, it was that minus equals thing. Minus equals, was it? Yeah, here it is. All right, yeah. So 3 and 1. So now it's actually energy lava and energy ash are the new values. Uh, um, so save that and um, Gizmop, hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Um, Glitch HD Ray, you are beautiful. Um, I studied programming a long time ago, and I spent a lot of time not programming. So it's I don't know, it's hard to say because like aggregate, I've spent like almost no time actually programming. Like I learned how to, and I've worked on it for like months here and there, but I've never worked on it consecutively for any specific long period of time. So I haven't been programming that long. I guess is the answer to that question. And I don't know if I had to ballpark it, I'd say like a year maybe. I don't know, but it was like a year spread out over a decade or more, more than a decade. So a decade, more than a decade. I don't know. All the answers to that question are pretty weird. Um, so yeah. So the reason I changed the just the random values like 3 and 1 to 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 be named variables instead. I'm um uh right. So like in the case that you're just fighting fires, you will instead remain on that space. So if you're standing on lava, you it's going to cost you differently than if you were standing on ash, which apparently is what I'm calling those two ground types. I don't know. Whatever. Wait, what? Uh, oh, did I make those floats? Yeah, they're just supposed to be ins. Oops. Right. So in the case that, hey, we got a new follower. Gizmop, hey, welcome to the party. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate your support. Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. I clicked it once to when I was annoyed by it, but it's less annoying now. So, yay! Look at that. Right. Okay. So yeah, here's the situation where we were. Yeah. Okay. So in the situation where we aren't moving, we actually have to check not the ground at our target location, but the ground at our current location, which I guess. So I guess the I guess we could do the fire thing a little differently. Yeah, I mean maybe we don't include fire in check ground like we used to. Maybe we should just separate that back out. Um, so yeah, yeah, huh? Yeah, why not? Uh, so cut this, I guess. Where would we checking ground? Just up here. Yeah. So oh, all right. So then I guess yeah, and then I guess we can put this here. So int cd equals et cetera. Else well actually we should declare uh, int rg up here. And it's not return to, it's I don't know. There's probably better logic now that I have it arranged differently. But no, it's targ equals to, I guess. Indent that. So, hey, Nickit121. I don't understand the question. uh, I am way older than you, a fool's duty. I'm way older than you. You haven't said. Oh wait. Wait, did we go over this before? Because there was some. No, wait, no. It was TTK and I had an age off, and I won. Hey, fool's duty. When's your birthday? Is it before or after July 31st? I guess statistically you are older than me. August, haha, I'm older than you. Haha. I am the reigning champ of being old in this in this channel. Wow. I mean, I guess I'm not much older than you because July 31st is not far before August, but it is slightly before August. And I'm still the reigning champ of of senility, or senescence. Um, I'm so proud right now. Alright, so check ground. We're now doing it at dest. Or pause chunk chords is now at dest. Excuse me. Um, so, yeah, that's a little wonky and I could probably clean it up better, but for now it's fine. So we're taking, so we're taking this out of check ground, and that way I can more efficiently check ground. Wait, how do I shift tab? Yeah, there we go. I I don't know. I've never really tried an old man impersonation. I don't have to. I'm the genuine article. uh, um, so yeah, I guess that's all. I mean, that was mostly just like tidying up. Oh right, yeah, no, I remember what it was. So the other thing I had to do is so we check ground of our current position. Yeah, so check ground. So yeah, so actually, so turns minus equals check ground equals or check ground transform dot position, and then if that equals 1 or 0, let's say 0, just to be consistent with how I did it before. Then energy lava. Otherwise, energy ash. Yeah. All right. You know, Neckit 121, you're not the first person to ask me that today. But when you get to a certain age, it's like, how else are you gonna stay young except by, having a little snack here and there. Yeah, where I'm from, like where old people live, they just sell it in bottles. You can just go down to the store and get bottles of youth. um, uh, so cool. Now we firefight, and we can firefight on whatever terrain, presumably. Except we don't have very much energy, so it's hard to get there. So... Oop. No. Don't feel like working. What is the deal with that? What's the deal with that? Is it just, let's try bumping up the max turns to like a gazillion, or somewhere thereabouts. That way we can... Alright, so yeah, we moved on to this chunk, and then, Oh, I know what we're doing. I know what's happening. We're not switching over our fire grid, etc., like we are with our chunks. So there's almost certainly a better way to set this up, but instead of doing it the almost certainly better way, I'm going to do it this way instead. It's gonna be yeah. So it's basically the same thing here, except with fire grids. Bar grids. Uh, Fire grid. Etc. Blah blah bling blong. And then yeah, same thing here. And also there. And everywhere. Doop 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 doop. It's not that hard to touch up. There's definitely a better way to go about doing that. I'd rather do it the quick way for now. So cool, save that. Alright, so now we can firefight on other chunks. And that time it didn't actually have anything to do with the terrain, it just had to do with the fact that, oops, still don't have much energy. So, all of the energy, yeah. So, it just had to do with the fact that I wasn't updating the, fire grid. Oh, actually, no, alright, good. So it gets destroyed correctly, because it's parented to the chunks or whatever. Alright, so we have, like, a lot of the basis of our game, except, oh yeah, we don't have fire spreading. So we have, like, the spontaneous, creation of fire, but we don't have, hey, Lightman, welcome back. Yeah, things are going interestingly, I'd say, I guess. I don't know. Oh, huh. Ah, huh. Yeah. Alright, no, yeah. So I was just thinking, like, wait, what happens if it picks a square that already has fire in it? And I think if it picks a square that already has fire in it, then it just ignores itself. So, that's probably fine. Oh yeah, and I was talking about that earlier, because when fire spreads rather than spontaneously generating, then we might want, uh, yeah, we might want to have it like spread harder if fire spontaneously generates on a spot that already contains fire. I am going to. All right, so before I jump into spreading fire, I'm going to take a super quick break. I'm just gonna refill my water bottle. I will be right back. Super soon. Sorry. Brief break. Super quick. I'll be right back. of a delay. Uh... Oh, TTK, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see you again. You're probably gone already. You probably left while I was on break, but yeah, I hope to see you again in the near future. Oh no, the puppy. So, yeah. In terms of the spread of fire, I guess yeah, we'll want to yeah, I have a low tolerance for people who treat sensitive subjects insensitively, so yeah. Yes, he did. Uh, um, but I mean, before this afternoon, I was the only moderator, and I don't necessarily even want moderators, so I'm really hesitant to give anyone the title. And like, if anyone would have the title, it'd probably be TTK. But I think it's. I mean, he's a great guy and everything. I think more than anything, it's just indicative of the fact that I am basically not ready to have moderators. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I if you I don't think you'd have much difficulty convincing me that you'd actually be a good moderator, Trent. You seem like a responsible, upstanding individual. But again, like, I don't know. Like, nothing really changed when I had moderators. The only difference is that it was nice because I didn't have to pay quite as much attention to chat. I was able to spend a little more time focusing on the game. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Uh, um, so, yeah, fire spreading. Fire spreading should be cool. I think it's going to be based essentially on, like, how many adjacent squares are fiery. Oh, yeah. No one's made me fire art yet, so I just use little white dots for fire. So yeah, these are fire. And this when I say firefighting, I just mean like approaching these things and making them disappear. So yeah, Trent is 100% correct. I'm just gonna bump up energy for now because we can, like, we'll Oh, cool! Yeah. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So the fire just like appears spontaneously now, and then the next thing is to make it so that once fire has spontaneously appeared, it will begin to spread. So spontaneous fire generation is actually going to be the less common case. The more common case will be the spread of fire. So and like the lose condition is if you get completely engulfed in flames. um, yeah, the fire also isn't gonna it's right. So I mean, this is like so to explain like what I'm doing, and also just to give some advice on how to go about like tuning new game mechanics. When you put in a new mechanic, make it go crazy. Make it go absolutely crazy. Make it go out of control crazy, super fast, way over the top crazy. The reason I suggest that, it's really easy to test that way. In fact, it's almost impossible to avoid testing it if you make it go super over the top crazy, way too much sort of insanity, whatever. Yeah, so that's what's happened here. So I was testing the new fire thing, so I just made it like spawn like mad. Right, so there's also different ways in which fire actually you actually interact with fire in this game. So I haven't put in a lot of that stuff, and who knows, I might not even actually get to it 100%. But yeah, the gist is that the fire is not going to be quite as insane in the game itself. The other thing you might notice is that with chunk generation, like whenever a new chunk is generated, there's no fire on it, which I don't think will want to be the case. That's just a coincidence because like if I run off into the distance, I can almost escape the fire because like if you keep running, like the fiery chunks will disappear and like new clean chunks will appear. But yeah, so there's definitely a lot more to change and tweak and refine. But yeah, for new mechanics, like over the top is kind of the way to go. Uh, yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, like what Trent says. Anything like that happens randomly or occasionally, like you're not gonna really experience it sufficiently unless you like put it through the roof. And then like for me for example, I have this flammability value, so I can like if I wanted it to be like less insane, like all I really have to do is just slide this dial down. So if I put it down to like it's at 0.5 now. If I put it down to 0.02, then all of a sudden like there's almost no fire, and like yeah, there's basically no fire at this point. um, and then so then if because I put it down to literally zero, so yes, there would be literally zero fire in that case. But if I put it down to like 0.02, then there would be just very little. There'll be very relatively small amount of fire. Like yeah, there's one down here, and then yeah. So hey, Boss Mass, hey, welcome for a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in for a few minutes. I was actually curious to see if you'd show up, or if someone from this area would show up, just because it occurred to me like usually if I have to cut off the stream at a certain time, it's because I'm going to something, and that's the case today. So um, yeah. Also, the other reason these little numbers are so important is that like when I have the final build of the game, like even once I oh hey, we got a new follower, Zoe Argsoft. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you very much for following and thank you for tuning in. It is a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate your support. I don't know why I did that voice. Um, um, the other important thing about these little knobs and dials here is that up until the very final build of the game, you're going to keep thinking things like, oh, this is too fast, this feels too fast, this feels too slow, this feels, too whatever. And so you can just like tweak and tune these tiny little values to really capture the feeling that you want for your game. So for example, like with one of my games, Grav, I spent a relatively short amount of time building the game itself, but then for the majority of the time, I just changed like the well, it's not going to be very obvious, but like the rate at which the levels, like the length of the levels, the rate, like the quantity by which the like these bricks and capsules spawn in the level, just like there's probably like dozens and dozens of values which actually regulate that behavior, and right up until the final build I was just like subtly tweaking and tuning and like nudging and adjusting in order to get it to feel how I wanted. So yeah, I make no apologies for how insane the fire starts, but I implement basically everything with that level of control over the function of the system, just in order to ensure that for the final build I can get it exactly right, or as close as is humanly possible. So yeah, as I've said like 10 times now, let's make fire spread. So the first thing we're gonna do for spreading fire, so yeah, so what we have for spreading fire so far is the mechanism to randomly generate fire. So the next thing we're gonna do is so man, this is kind of weird, But so xi zi. So for int cxi, or for int cx equals 0, cx less than what is it, chunk radius? Chunk radius. um, cx plus plus. Basically, we're going to take a what is it, like a survey of we're going to take a survey of how surrounded by fire any given square is. So so we're going to do that for all of the entire chunk. So so for cx blah blah blah, and then for cz blah blah blah, cz blah 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 blah, cz. So actually, before we do that, so we're gonna have int multidimensional array. I guess I'll just call it fire survey equals new int chunk radius. Oops, no, chunk radius. Chunk radius. Huh. I don't know if I feel like supporting the edges of chunks. Like, I might just say, like, on the edges of chunks, like, whatever, like, fire can't spread across chunks. Maybe? But that also feels a little bit tacky in a way. So maybe I will. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how weird it would get. Maybe I'll try walking down that path, and if it gets too weird, I'll just like back step. So yeah, so if xi maybe I could just handle them separately. Maybe? I don't know. Hey, alright, yeah, thanks for tuning in, Neckit 121. I hope to see you again sometime. Uh, have a wonderful evening, or whatever time of day it is where you are located. Uh, um, so, CI. Oh, so yeah, so maybe I should do the zero cases. Maybe I should do the edge cases separately. Because the rest are much more straightforward. Maybe? Alright, well, let's start with that, I guess, then. Alright, so for cx equals 1, chunk radius minus 1. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about breaching those edges, so we can just say fire survey cx minus 1 cz plus plus. Yeah. Actually, today I'm wearing I'm wearing my teal number. It's very cool. It has like little flowers on it. It's really hot. You'd love it, I'm sure. uh, Whoa! How did you post? Oh, hey, actually, you know what's funny, Light Man, is that it turns out you don't even really have to, because apparently I can see. Actually, no, if you could, that would be great. That'd be convenient if you could. Uh, but as it turns out, I can also see I can see links in chat, which is neat. I didn't realize that until until just now. I guess because chat wasn't working earlier. Hey, we got fire. All right. Uh, yeah. So I guess it turns out maybe because I'm a special person, I can still see the links even though they get deleted for everyone else. Interesting. But yeah, we got fire. So all right, let's slap the sucker in. Uh, Save image as. Hey, remember that project? That was a different project. Uh, what was it? It was what project were we working on? Rake City. Yeah. Assets. Yeah. Uh, Fire. Fire. All right, so I should probably unrotate the fire prefab. Uh, where is it? Fire prefab. Fire prefab. Flow prefab. Oh, it's up here. All right, so quad. I should probably unrotate you on the 45-degree thing. The other degree rotation thing is good still. And then yeah, let's oh yeah, we should make a fire texture or fire material. The fire material is transparent, diffuse, and this is our texture for it. It is alpha is transparent, and slap it on here, and let's see how that works. Yeah, look at that. That's some fire. That is some fire. Should probably rotate it back a little bit further. Fire prefab. So maybe close to like 35, probably. 35 is usually pretty good. Type jack no, the flammability is still pretty high. Yeah. Fire. I could probably make it a little bit bigger now too. So yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe let's try twice as big. And this won't change the ones that already exist, but yeah, the new ones will spawn much bigger. All right, yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. Lighterman, you saved the day. It took me. I spent so long subtly hinting to people like, "Hey, maybe we could use a fire prefab," but no one's for the entire time we've been working on this project. No one took the bait. But look at that! Look at that! That's some fire! Fire! All right, I'll stop. Yeah. Yeah, the other thing I was thinking is maybe like the fire starts out small and it grows, but we're going for speed at this point, so I'm probably gonna keep it as simple as possible. At the end, we can go back and revisit stuff like that then. All right, yeah. So fire survey. So plus plus fire survey. CX -1 CZ plus plus fire survey CX +1 CZ. Plus plus fire survey CX CZ -1 and fire survey or plus plus fire survey CZ yeah CZ +1. So this is basically so this is going to survey through this is going to actually yeah, I guess we should do the fire survey. Oh yeah, I guess we should do the fire survey all together if we're gonna have it overlap chunks. Yeah, why not? Whatever. um, all right. So, int multidimensional array, multidimensional array, uh, fire survey equals new int 3 by 3 multidimensional array. Save that, and so then so yeah, it's not so it's not. What are you complaining about? What is this complaint? What is the nature of this complaint? Oh, just that. All right, whatever. So yeah, now instead we can just say fire survey cx or z xi zi zi equals new, yeah. All right, and so yeah, so now it's actually so then I guess the other thing we want to do is the edges. So yeah, I mean, feel free if you want, I guess. Yeah, sure. No, I don't actually want that though, Light Up Man. I actually don't want that. I mean, unless you have a good reason for it, like it's just I don't know. Unless you have like a really I mean, I guess so. Whatever. This is supposed to be a collaborative project. I'm not going to stop you, but I don't like that. I'm just going to say because it's confusing. It doesn't indicate strength. And yeah. It's yeah. I please don't. But again, if you feel like doing that, then go ahead. Um so yeah, and you are helping. You're doing a lot of great things to help, which I very much appreciate. But like hypothetically, I think this game would be better if there was some indication of, or if there was actually like different levels of strength in terms of in the fire, and if like the size and intensity of the fire was somehow representational in that regard. But we're not doing that, and as such, I think it's most concise to it's clearest to the player to present the fires as like that consistent representational form. If you wanted to, you could make like you could animate the fires if you wanted to. That would be. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry. I'll stop being so opinionative. Uh, but like yeah. What was this talking about? Oh yeah, no, I was doing the fire grid because I like fire. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, yeah, and like yeah. Again, yeah. So if anything, if you feel really strongly about something and you really want it to be in the game, then like for sure go for it, and I'll make that work. But I also uh, oh, I was yeah, no, I wasn't gonna use an animated texture. I was just gonna animate it like 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 I don't know. I was literally just gonna animate it. I don't even know what an animated texture is. Probably because I don't have Unity Pro. Uh, so so what then? Uh, oh, sorry. Kind of tuned out for a second there. Right. So yeah. So, so yeah, I guess, maybe I'll do the rest of the fire survey out here. I kind of have to do 2 passes on it anyways. And that is one of the passes, one of the necessary passes, but the other thing I have to do is, yeah, so surveying, the edges, so yeah, kind of like, so let's use this one, Trent, hey, how's it going? What's up? So surveying the edge again. We're going to go. Well, this time we're going to go. Oh wait. Interesting. I don't know what shuriken is, but yeah, no. I was also just planning on doing it manually because like it doesn't seem like it's that difficult. Um. Uh. Oh yeah. What am I doing here? So I mean, I guess I could just do the special cases first. Maybe I should just skip this for now. Yeah, I'll come back to this at some point maybe, but I guess for now, the chunks or the edges of the chunks are going to be less fire spready, I guess. I don't, whatever. um, so, uh, so yeah, so then for yeah, the same deal once again. So we'll loop over all this stuff again. This time, instead of doing it for whatever, we're going to do it for the fiery stuff, whatever. So instead of so this time we'll loop over literally everything, and we'll say cx chunk radius. Yeah, no, not -1 anymore. Wait, why are you balking about stuff? What's the problem here? What's the problem with this squiggly? I don't. Oh, whoops! I put it outside of the. Oops. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be inside the spread fire. All right, so yeah, so now instead of this, we're going to say what? Say if I guess I could use the same random.value. No, I'll just say, oh. Yeah, and like I could even make the chunk borders like, I could give them like a slightly like ashy texture, so it, or like I don't know, I could give them like, I can make it so that like I could put something there so that fire wouldn't spread across it as fast if I were so inclined. I may not be so inclined. It's probably just gonna be a little bit weird, but you can probably also cheat that way, like because then if you just walk across the border lines, then like you'll never get engulfed in fire, probably. So I'll probably change it. I just want to make sure this is working first. I'll have to change a lot eventually, anyways. So. Oh, I could make it so that fire is more likely to spontaneously spawn in the borders or something like that. I don't know. Well, I'll see how it goes. Yeah. So I'll just use the same random value. No, whatever. I'll just use random value. All right. So if random dot value. Yeah, I don't know why I used the same random value. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. That was silly. Anyways, yeah. So random dot value. If random dot is if random dot value times right. So the fire survey. This is why we were surveying the fire, so that we could use it to affect this die roll. So if random value times divided by 4, right? Divided by 4. Random value times fire survey, whatever, divided by 4 is greater than flammability. Wait. Is this how I want to do it? No. No. If random dot value is less than wait. If random dot if math time, conceptual math, 1 minus etc. 1 minus fire survey, etc. Wait, one minus. Random stuff is just falling over in the corner of my room. So fire survey is it should increase the likelihood of flammability. So 1 minus fire survey. Wait. No, not 1 minus. Just fire. So if random dot value is less than fire survey times flammability, divided by 4 times flammability. Fire survey divided by 4 times flammability. I feel like that should work, probably. Awesome. There's a whole huge thing just fell off my wall, which is amazing, because the way it landed, it also kind of stuck itself back onto the wall. That's been there for like years. Wow. But just now is the time the weight finally overcame it. Interesting. Um, Alright, so, yeah, I think this is legit. Although actually, before I even do this, I can just check, we should check if fire grid of the same coordinates, if fire grid of the same coordinates doesn't already exist, isn't already fire. So if it equals null, because if it doesn't equal null, then it's already on fire, so we don't have to bother with it. But if it equals null, then let's burn stuff. Burn it to the ground. Like so. Alright, let's see what this does. Yeah. Oh, cool. It hasn't shown up yet, but I'll keep an eye out for that. Let it, man. Thank you. Alright, so save all this and then see if it works. No errors. How'd that happen? Alright, so yeah, let's see the index at a range exception? How? Let's find out. No. You're weird. There's no out of range exception. Oh, whoops. I left in a +1. Teehee. Alright. There we go. Whoa! Something happened. Yeah. How about that? I have no clue what's happening right now. I have no clue what's happening right now. So let's investigate. So if random.value is less than fire survey can't be more than 4. So if anything, this should reduce the chances. And why was it appearing on the first... Oh, because on the first go... No, that's dumb. Fire survey should be 0. It should be... Fire survey should be 0 for all of these things. It should be 0 times flammability, and random value should not be less than 0. Although I guess technically it can be equal to 0. So... Hey, Tom! Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Good to see you again. Yeah, what the heck? So, I guess let's see what our fire survey has been. So print, fire survey, I guess. Or, I guess, yeah, if, fire survey, greater than 4, print, fire survey. Because there's no way fire survey should get bigger than 4. And I guess I should also switch. Hey, Pony Does Gaming. Oh, so, yeah. Make sure you're only listening for the answers that you want to hear. Like, never listen for answers that you don't want to hear yet, I guess would be my suggestion. So at any given time, only hear what you want to hear. Is probably just that in life is not great advice, but in the context of setting up a text adventure, I think might be somewhat helpful. That'd be my suggestion, anyways. So, yeah, there's no way fire survey should ever get bigger than 4, so this should never print. And yet somehow, no? So it knows that fire survey never gets bigger than 4. Well, that's good. So did I just get the math dumb somewhere? I feel like I must have. So, alright, I'll say if fire survey equals 4. What? No, uh, no. Because the survey is taken. That's not. That's not right. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Is what is up? Oh what man? Was it super obvious to anyone else what was up and how I'm an idiot? Because it's super obvious to me now that I think about it. Uh, I forgot to check if the thing was on fire. I forgot to check if the grid was on fire. Oops. So if whatever not equals null, that's the situation in which we want to increment these things, which is a very important thing to look for because otherwise we're just incrementing it all the time as if everything were on fire all of the time. Uh, uh, uh. Unity's not bad. You could do a lot worse than Unity. Uh, I used to be really into Unity. I used to be like a huge proponent of it, I guess. Because it's really not bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any specific reason not to like Unity. I guess I'm just leery of it. Is all. I kind of want to. I want to try out other things too, so that in case I ever need to stop using Unity at any point, I won't be like completely left in the lurch. Um, all right, so this should probably work better. This should probably work a lot better. All right, look at that. So yeah, now fire. Oh look, they're little like clumps of fire, and they're actually like the little clumps of fire are actually growing. It's like a disease without any cure. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh no! Oh, I'm on fire! Oh, I'm on fire! Alright, so yeah, other thing to check, to look out for, is, oh yeah, alright, so for one thing, so when we're setting up this whole, when we're taking the fire survey, we can actually just say, oh yeah, so we do have to do the border. We do have to do the edges, I think, actually, because yeah, you'd literally never hit you'd never hit the lose condition unless unless oh well, huh? Hmm. I actually have to. I think we do have to do the edges, but also I also have to rethink what exactly is the lose condition because I think there are ways that you could just stay alive forever, just stuck in a little fiery pit. No, I don't know why you'd want to stay alive forever in a little fiery pit. So maybe that's fine, actually. Uh, nah, no, I should be smarter about that because otherwise the game will get completely annoying forever. Uh, huh. Um, so yeah, while loops are just one way to set up the core game loop. Regardless of what you use, like pretty much every game will have the core loop to it because loops basically just represent like something persistent, something that will happen, something like something assured. So like in a text adventure game, like you're usually assured that either you're getting exposition thrown at you or it's waiting for you to input something. So yeah, while loops are just one. Oh, so so yeah, the branching statements are probably within a loop, Because if they're not in a loop, then I guess you'd need some way to stall. Like I know with Python, you can wait for input. Like if you're working, like hypothetically, if you're working with Python in a command prompt, you could just have it like, I forget what the command is, but you can just have it like sit there and wait to accept input from the user, like raw input or something like that. I forget. And that is technically kind of in a loop though. It's just not one that you've set up. It's kind of like, in that case, it's like in the command prompts loop. It's like borrowing the command lomps core loop as your game loop, kind of, I guess. Uh, um, so yeah, right. So uh, yeah, spread fire. So hmm, man, I'm trying to think of how to concisely, like, what, so like the lose scenario basically, or like the once you're completely surrounded in fire. Oh, well, actually maybe it's okay to have fire spawn underneath the hero. Maybe if like fire spawns underneath the hero, it just means that like, I don't know, that's like sketchy. Maybe there's just like, maybe it just takes more energy. Like maybe the fire doesn't literally spawn on the hero, but maybe like if fire would spawn on the hero, it just saps more energy. Wow, fire takes over the map pretty hardcore. But it avoids the corners. Isn't that amazing? It just completely avoids the corners. Like the between in the corner of the chunks, it's like nope, no fire here. So like I kind of have to beef up the random fire generation because otherwise these corners are just gonna get no love whatsoever, and you can just kind of hide in them, and that's lame. And even these corridors, like the channels on the edges, yeah. All right, so yeah, if fire would spawn on the hero, it doesn't actually, but it does deduct energy instead. Uh, yeah, I feel like that's probably the case. And I won't worry about that yet. Instead, I'll just worry about the other thing. So yeah. um, so if so for the corners, I guess. Yeah, so I'll just do the corners separately, I guess. Uh, oh, wait, tkinter. Wait, what's tkinter for? I thought tkinter was for making an interface. You don't. You you. Oh, oh, wait. When you say text adventure game, you mean like a game with graphics, but then also with a. Wait, what's a text adventure game to you? I'm not sure. Because like if I was making a text adventure game, I wouldn't use a command prompt. I wouldn't use tkinter at all. I would just use a command prompt. Um, and I would like it would just like words would show up, and then the user would read the words, and then the user would take an action based on those words. So yeah, tkinter would be completely unnecessary, or tkinter or whatever it's called. Um, so yeah, I would say don't use tkinter. I guess just use a command prompt if you want to make a pure text adventure game. Um, that'd be my suggestion. But I like stuff like that. I like bare bones stuff that wait, export the game? I don't know what that means. I guess so like So I guess basically what you're making right now isn't really a text adventure game. It's kind of like a shell for a text adventure game. Because like for a text adventure game, like don't worry about the trappings, I guess. Like, but okay, so I'll assume we're talking about making a shell for a text adventure game. Uh, yeah, no, I'd go very simple, very very bare bones. So like set up like all right. So hold on, let me think. How would I do this? Like set up a button because I assume you want like I assume the reason you're using like tkinter is like if you want to save the game, and maybe that's what you mean when you say export the game. If you want to yeah, if you want like a save button and like a load button, and like you want to save it out as like some data file or whatever, then yeah, so set up tkinter to have, or tkinter or whatever, to have like a giant pane for like where text will appear on the screen. Let's pretend my camera's view is roughly like the screen space you're using. So use like a giant space like up here, like, and this will be like the pane where your dialogue appears to the user. And then I'd probably have like a narrow text input bar underneath the underneath that for where the user actually inputs text. And then I'd probably down at the bottom put in buttons like save or like help or you know whatever you want to be able to do. And like optionally you could put like a menu bar at the top that also had like the save and load options or whatever. Um, just as like a uh, yeah, so the save button I guess would probably bring up what like a file dialog. So when you hit save, it would like prompt you to select a file to save, uh, to where to save your data. So that way, you know, you wouldn't accidentally hit it and overwrite your previous save data if you didn't want to. And then of course the load thing would also bring up like a file prompt, file dialog, file chooser dialog where you could choose where you saved your data. So yeah, that's like roughly how I'd like set up the interface, I guess. And then for like the yeah, so for the game itself, you'll want to look into loops, probably a while loop, or oh no, actually, I haven't worked with tkinter or tkinter or whatever you want to call it for a while, so I'd have to brush up a little bit, but so the stuff oh sorry, yeah, when you guys need help putting a an address in chat, I can help out with that. I do have that capability. So for example, oh yeah, sure. Uh, this is the link that Tom posted earlier that didn't show up. Uh, so oh hey, so Rigsoft, yeah, thank you for tuning in. It was a pleasure to have you here. I hope to see you again sometime. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great evening. uh, all right, well I'll assume that you guys have a lock on the details because I guess apart from the yeah, no, I'd have to brush up before I could give you very precise advice. Hey, a new follower, Zen8098, welcome to the party. Thanks for tuning in. It is a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate your support. Um, uh, so yeah, let's yeah, all right. For the corners are just gonna be like blurb, whatever. But yeah, all the corners are gonna be a little bit blurb, whatever. But that's fine. Whatever. Oh wait, new follower. Uh, Plied 823 or Plied. I remember mispronouncing your name earlier. Uh, I think, or a similar name. But anyways, thank you for following. I appreciate your support. Um, I yes, we're having some technical difficulties earlier in the day. But Thank you for everyone who stuck with that and stayed around because I don't know. I feel like we've recovered a bit. Just as a heads up, I'll probably be streaming for another hour or so. So, oh, Plaid. Okay, thank you. Plaid. 823. I apologize again for mispronouncing your name, and I do take mispronunciation requests. If anyone wants to hear me mispronounce something, just ask in chat, and I will mispronounce whatever you'd care to hear me mispronounce. Because you hear me mispronounce so many other things, why not, right? So if um, if right. So now I'm just gonna go through the corners because blurb. So if no, not fire survey, fire grid. A fire grid 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 not equals null. Then fire survey 0, 0 actually no, you know what? I'm just gonna blitz through this, I think. Yeah, probably just gonna blitz through this. It won't be as bad as it would have been to just cram it all into the same place, but it'll just be like a little bit crunky, and that's okay. All right, so yeah, so instead of loops or whatever, I'm just gonna do, or instead of like a loop of a loop, I'm just gonna do 4 consecutive loops. So yeah, the first 2 are gonna be cha and cha and cha, and the next 2 are going to be not exactly, but roughly like cha and cha, except they'll actually go 0, starting at 0, and going to chunk radius, and so then yeah, yeah, right, okay, so so yeah, so what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna touch up the edges. We're just gonna clean up the edges because we looped over like as we were seeing before we're doing everything except the very edges because the very edges interact between chunks, and so it was just quicker to loop over the whole midsection, which does not deal with the borders and the intersections between chunks. But so now we're just gonna loop over these separately. So specifically, if what? If oh yeah, whatever. Again, so this is gonna be like slightly inefficient, but it'll be slightly more efficient than having to write all the stuff out manually. Or that might just be like a thing I'm telling myself so that I don't have to do all of that stuff manually. This might be the slightly lazy approach, but whatever, it's the one I'm going with. So if what? So this is the so for starters we'll do the bottom strip. So this is the one where z equals 0. So fire grid yeah. So it'll be a fire grid zi. Oh yeah, there's no cz, so this will be 0. And actually, so the first thing we have to check is if well, yeah, actually I guess we can check this thing first. We can check for it not equaling 0 first, and then so we do something similar to this, except so okay, cx minus 1. No, we don't actually. No, we don't do this. We do uh, what? Cx minus 1. Does Unity have blueprint language? That is an interesting question. In fact, oh, sorry. Oh, I got a mispronunciation request and I completely ignored it. Oh, I don't know. I even glanced at chat and I just didn't see it. And so, I'm sorry. Sorry, super late, but I have been asked to mispronounce what is that word? Is it Maspronskistation? I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure exactly. Was I close? I might have gotten it slightly wrong. Sorry, and sorry for the delay. I don't know. I just sorry. I got glazed over that somehow. But okay, then. So the other question: does Unity have a blueprint language? Let's see what Google has to say, or Bing apparently. Yeah. Does Unity or what is a blueprint language actually? Is what I'm curious. Yeah, I don't know what that means exactly. Let's see what real Google thinks of blueprint languages. Yeah, we might find no. I guess it's working now. The reason hmm. Yeah, no, I don't know what that means actually. Sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. The reason I use Bing is because I get weird like certificate errors or like something weird. I get some weird errors intermittently when I use Google. So the reason I use Bing is just because it's more reliable for me, just in terms of like it doesn't return weird errors. So yeah, I don't know what that's about actually. But yeah, it just got so frustrating like getting those errors intermittently that I just oh. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, I've never used Unreal before, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's why I didn't understand. All right, so like I guess the first thing we want to check is if xi minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0, then we'll want to do xi minus 1 zi cx minus 1 no, not cx minus 1 what is oh wait, no, this is when we're looping over cx. Yeah, right. Okay, so this is true. Yeah, cx minus 1. No. Ooh, wait. Oh, this is confusing. And maybe I should just do maybe I should just do it out the long, boring, slow to write way. Ugh. Yeah. All right. Well, I won't delete that in case I reverse my mind again. But I'm gonna comment it out at least for now, and then just do it the slow, boring, manual way. This might be the last thing I do this evening, but it'll take me a while. No, I'll probably do more than this. But either way, it's gonna take me a little while. I'm using the free version of Unity because I am a poor person. Um, I might switch to Pro at some point, but I'm also not 100% about Unity, so I might like look into other things first to see if there's something else out there that I like more. Let's see, what was I doing here? I was doing right. So yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be like slightly slightly like blurble, whatever. So if firegrid 0 0 0 0 not equal null, then